1. Introduction to OOP objective. Know the difference between functional programming and OOP. Know basic terminology in OOP. Know the importance of OOP. Know 4 design principles of OOP. Know OOP programming languages. Two. Structured versus OOP programming. Structured programming. Three. Structured programming using function. Function and program is divided into modules. Every module has its own data and function which can be called by other modules. Four. Object-oriented programming. Five. Object-oriented programming. Objects have both data and methods. Objects of the same class have the same data elements and methods. Objects send and receive messages to invoke actions. Key idea in object-oriented. The real world can be accurately described as a collection of objects that interact. 6. Basic terminology. Object. Usually a person, place or thing. A noun. Method. An action performed by an object. A verb. Attribute. Description of objects in a class. Class. A category of similar objects, such as automobiles, does not hold any values of the object's attributes. 7. Example for attributes and methods. Attributes. Manufacturer's name, model name, year made, color, number of doors, size of engine, etc. Methods. Define data items. Specify manufacturer's name, model, year, etc. Change a data item, color, engine, etc. Save development data items and calculate cost by reusing etc. code. Once an object class is created, it can be used in other applications. Easier debugging. Classes can be tested independently. Reused objects have already been tested. 9. Design principles of OOP. 4 main design principles of object-oriented programming. OOP. Encapsulation, abstraction, polymorphism, inheritance. Encapsulation, also known as data hiding. Only objects' methods can modify information in the object. Analogy. ATM machine can only update accounts of one person or object only. Abstraction. Focus only on the important facts about the problem at hand. To design, produce, and describe so that it can be easily used without knowing the details of how it works. Analogy. When you drive a car, you don't have to know how the gasoline and air are mixed and ignited. Instead, you only have to know how to use the 12. Controls. Polymorphism. The same word or phrase can mean different things in different contexts. Analogy. In English, bank can mean side of a river or a place to put money. Move. 13. Function overloading. The operation of one function depends on the argument passed to it. Example: fly, fly, low, fly, 150. Inheritance. Inheritance, a way of organizing classes. Term comes from inheritance of traits like eye color, hair color, and so on. Classes with properties in common can be grouped so that their common properties are only defined once. Superclass inherit its attributes and methods to the subclass. S. Subclass 15. In inheritance hierarchy, superclass automobile motorcycle besides having its own school bus. Attributes luxury and bus methods. What properties does each vehicle inherit from the types of vehicles above it in the diagram? Superclass subclasses. Object-oriented programming languages. Pure OO languages. Smalltalk, Eiffel, Actor, Java. Hybrid OO languages. C++, Objective-C, Object Pascal. Review. Introduction to Object Orientation. What are the 4 basic principles of object orientation? Provide a brief description of each. What is an object and what is a class? What is the difference between them? What is an attribute? What is an operation? What is inheritance? What is polymorphism? Describe the strengths of object orientation. Introduction to object orientation. State 2 differences between functional programming and OOP. What are the 4 basic principles of object orientation? Provide a brief description of each. What is an object and what is a class? What is the difference between them? What is an attribute? What is an operation? Describe